Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I am an Australian New Zealand dual citizen living in Vancouver, Canada. Welcome to my car. We are back in my car again. Currently, I am in the passenger seat. My husband and my son are in the hardware store, and I didn't really feel the need for me to go in, so I'm sitting in the car and just thought this would be a good opportunity to film a bit of a video. In this video, I just wanted to document what is happening in my life right now. I started this channel wanting to document going to New Zealand, especially after the pandemic and not being able to see my family for a long time. And at that point, traveling was still up in the air. Things were happening, but there were some setbacks. Really wanted to start filming and documenting the process of getting to New Zealand and my thoughts and my feelings about everything going on. And I was even able to film when we were there and capture some of those memories. So that's what those videos were, and I am grateful that I did that. It's nice to be on the other side of the stress of traveling during a pandemic and all the changes that were happening, and to look back and just see what my headspace was and what I was going through. And it's nice to be on the other side and just to see how much I've grown as a person. Looking back, I was so nervous, and it's just nice to go forward and have faith that things will work out how they're supposed to, and even if it's not exactly how you envisioned it, things seem to sort their way out, or you just learn to adjust with what's happening. And I think that's a big thing that I've been learning is, yes, I have a vision of how I would love things to work out, but that's not always the case. That's not how life works. And for me, it's been a big learning curve to, even though I can't control circumstances, I can control how I respond to those. And I've been trying to find the ways that I can grow as a person in those moments. So it's a little bit of a tangent, but that's why I love documenting and taking photos and taking videos. And that's always been something that's really special to me. I'm a big reflector. I love reflecting and seeing how far I've come and looking back on good moments. So grateful that I was able to film those videos. Thank you so much for watching those. I hope they were able to provide you with some entertainment. It's so awkward filming in a parking lot and seeing cars and people drive past, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I've been thinking a lot about what my channel is going to look like now, and I did mention in a couple of videos ago that there were some things in the works, and I feel like I can talk about it even though nothing is super set in stone. For the past year, my husband and I have been talking about what it would look like to move our family to New Zealand. It started off as just a little thought that we had last summer. We were watching videos of people moving to New Zealand. We were seeing the lifestyle that my family were living in New Zealand, and it just really appealed to us. And last summer we got talking about it and weren't super 100% set on it, but we did kind of start the process. We applied for my son's passport. We started the paperwork for my New Zealand citizenship, which took a little bit, but we started those steps just thinking like, oh, we need those things anyway. They're nice to have, and even if we don't move, it's whatever. We just got the passport and a citizenship. As we kept going through the process and just kind of looking at our goals and if we were able to make those goals work in Canada, or if there was a better opportunity for us in New Zealand, we just started kind of weighing up the pros and cons. We then decided that maybe it would be a good idea to visit New Zealand as a family. My husband and I have traveled to New Zealand before together, but it was more for a holiday and not really to consider moving, and we wanted to take my son, and that's one of the reasons why we did go to New Zealand. Like, a big part of it was to see my family and for them to meet my son, but another part of it was to go to New Zealand and just see if this is something that we could picture for our family. And while we were in New Zealand, I think it just kind of resonated to us that we feel like this is where we are meant to be right now. And a couple of weeks before we traveled to New Zealand, we actually applied for my husband's and my son's permanent residency. So we applied for that, and we are currently still in the process of waiting for it all to get finalized. Another crazy story was we just submitted the paperwork for my husband and my son's permanent residency, and I think it was literally 2 days before our flights, we heard back from Immigration New Zealand telling us that my son needed to get a medical by a certain date, and that date was when we were going to be in New Zealand. So we were stressed looking for places to do his medical in Canada 2 days before our flight, and most places are booked up, and I was contacting places in New Zealand and most places are booked up, but luckily we were able to find a place while we were in New Zealand, so we were able to get that done. But right now we are still in the process of just waiting for my husband and my son's permanent residency to go through. In the meantime, we have really started looking at our place and really starting to declutter and get rid of some things that once we are able to move, we won't be taking with us, and we don't want to have a big stress at the end, so we're starting to do it gradually. So right now it is really just a waiting game. We are waiting for the documents to go through, and that's been hard. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I feel like I have goals and I can see what our future could look like, and I just want it now. And I am really struggling with being patient. We aren't exactly sure how long this is going to take for everything to go through, but we are very excited and looking forward to moving to New Zealand. So that is my big news of what's happening with us, but just not yet, and we're not sure when it is exactly going to happen. It is exciting, it is scary, it is so many different emotions, but this is where we are heading next in our journey as a family. I wanted to update and let you guys know that that's where we're at, and hopefully whenever the time comes that we can move, I will be able to make videos and document that as well. It seems like a big task moving overseas with a child, but I feel like it is something that if we just start gradually preparing now, and we're hoping to maybe get not a whole shipping container, but maybe some of it to be able to just ship some of our things that we love and want to take with us. But we're just using this time to mentally prepare and maybe sort out things before the time comes. Because that's the thing, we don't want to get their residency and then spend ages getting ready. We kind of want to move on with our life and want to get there, so we want to kind of get the permanent residency and then go as soon as we can. So that's the goal, that's what we're working towards. Just thought I would update you and let you guys know where hopefully the direction of my channel is going to go. We just feel like this is right for our family, so it's exciting. If you know anything about the New Zealand immigration process and how long it takes, please let me know, because I think it can take a few months, but we're hoping it takes shorter. Thank you so much for watching this video. Comment if you have any suggestions or advice for us as we go through this journey. Like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.